How's it going, my lovely Death Disciples? I am the Shattered Reaper, and today we are going to be watching a little bit of a match for League of Legends. I know it's been a while since I had a League of Legends video where I showed some awesome gameplay, but this time it's going to be a little bit different. See, instead of just doing one of my ADC mains like I've done before, even on my previous channel, this time I'm going to be showing off a little bit of support, but with a twist. I mean, it's a little bit similar to ADC because I do get a bunch of kills. But we're going to be playing as Senna, and, oh, Sylva's got first blood. Right, I forgot about that. So anyway, we're starting out with Senna here, and we are just kind of sticking with Tristana, who is the ADC bottom for the, for this match, and I am just playing as support. Meanwhile, we also have Master Yi as our, or no way, Master Yi was the enemy jungler, right. Rammus is our jungler. I have to remember that our side is actually this side this time. But anyway, so we also have Zed, I believe, and we also have an Echo. All people actually that feel like they should be, that feel like they're jungle, but you know. Anyway, so we have Echo on the top, we have our Zed in the mid, and here I am just being support here, just wandering around with my big-ass cannon, and ready to take out some fools. Varus is over in the bushes, and for a while he doesn't even notice what is going on as I just harass him a lot and deal a bunch of damage. I mean, Tristana dealt a little bit too, but I did do the real damage there. And you may also notice that I am taking a little bit of CS, but I mean, like, you know. I mean, it happens sometimes. Like, I mean, the thing that you actually have to do is you have to let the ADC get fed, you have to let them get the CS, but with Senna, you can actually get a little bit of a makeup where you don't necessarily have to be fed on enemy units or enemy minions, but instead, you get to feed yourself with their souls. So, Senna's passive is that she can see a Mist Wraith, and once I collect them, they can be used to upgrade my stats. I mean, Reaper, Reyna, all them other people that just suck up other people's souls, you just use them for what? So that you can get some lifesteal? You peasant. Nah, I use them to upgrade my damn soul cannon. I mean, you think lifesteal is anything special? Bitch, anybody can get lifesteal. But the real thing is, like, can you use the souls to be harnessed so that you can upgrade the power of your soul cannon? No? Well then get the fuck out of here, ya bitches. Because we ain't dealing with some basic mofos here. So anyway, as Senna, we do get to have one of the best passives to be able to help with our stats. Let's see if we could actually find it. There it is. Senna can attack souls that spawn from dead enemies to absorb their mist. She can also siphon mist from enemy champion she hits with attacks or abilities. As you can tell, we did just get into a fight, but let me read the rest of it. Each stack of mist grants 0.75 attack damage. Every 20 stacks grants 25 attack range and 10% critical strike chance. 35% of excess critical strike chance is converted into lifesteal. So, very useful. Senna's attacks take extra time to fire, deal additional 13 physical damage, and briefly grant her 10% of her target's movement speed. So, very nice passive to have. And as you can see, what I do is, like, I like to basically focus mostly on my last embrace, which basically is my bind movement. Senna sends forth a black mist dealing 127 physical damage, since it is level 2, to the first enemy hit. After a 1-second delay, the target and other nearby enemies are rooted for 1.5 seconds. So I like to upgrade that because it's a very nice ability to have, especially as a support. As a support, your bind abilities are going to be the most important thing. I mean, sure, there's also the shields and the healing, but I mean, like, you know, we all know that the real thing is just in the binding of your enemies so that your ADC can kill them. Or, well, maybe if you happen to have enough damage, maybe you do it, because sometimes that is what the support does. The ADC is there to farm sometimes, but sometimes the support gets the kill. That's sometimes how it works, as you will probably see later on. The other thing I also, of course, want to focus on is the Piercing Darkness, which not only is an attacking ability, but as you can see whenever I use it on Tristana, it could also be used for healing. So Senna shoots a bolt of Piercing Shadow through an ally or enemy, dealing 50 physical damage to enemies and restoring 48 magic or physical health to allied champions. Attacks reduce this ability's cooldown for 1 second. So yes, right now we are just kind of dealing with a fight over here. I use my E, which is basically my escape, so that I can move away faster, and also so that I could avoid a little bit of damage, so very nice to have. As you can see, Tristana kind of got a little bit, I actually don't know what happened because I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy reading off the abilities, but oh well. Something happened, and I'm here with Zed. Zed's just gonna be using his teleport back to base no jutsu. And, since Tristana isn't here, may as well farm, but then Sylvis just feels like he wants to ruin the fun a little bit. So, you know, I just feel like, you know, using my binding on Growl a little bit, and also punching the shit, just blasting the shit out of Sylvis a little bit. But yeah, things don't necessarily go our way, and it's about time we just kind of leave. I use my heals so that Zed and I can actually, you know, survive a little bit, and also my Q so that we can have a little bit of extra healing. But Tristana is back so that we can go ahead and we can actually maybe have a little bit more of a chance in this fight. Actually, I remember Tristana went back to Fountain, so that's why she wasn't there anymore, so you know. But I don't know. I don't know if this is necessarily good or bad for me to think like this, but like, if my ADC isn't necessarily there, I feel like, I mean, if nobody else is gonna take the farm, might as well. Kinda better than, you know, letting the farm go to the minions who aren't going to use that gold or experience because they're gonna die. I mean, like, may as well. Anyway, I get back to Fountain, and let's go ahead and check on the items that I get. So where am I? So far I have 1 assist, and I start off with a starter item with the Tear of Goddess, which gets me some mana, and focus attacks deal an additional 5 physical damage to minions. Mana charge, strike a target with an ability to consume a charge and gain 3 bonus mana. Up to a maximum of 360 bonus mana doubled if the target is a champion. So this gets me a plenty of extra mana, and of course I also have a couple of longswords to build up to my first item, and I also have starter boots, because, you know, I want to be able to actually run a little bit faster, even though my character obviously is wearing boots. Apparently I just gotta buy the actual boots, because reasons. That's just how it works, and yes, as you can see, I am prioritizing the getting of the souls, even though it is punishing me a lot. But you know what? As Senna, you just gotta go for the souls, even if it puts your life at risk. Especially if it puts your life at risk. But if you die, you are 100% a bitch. You wanna be a bitch, do ya? So don't die while trying to collect the souls. That's just a bitch move to do. But do prioritize getting the souls. Get the souls. Nothing else matters, just get the damn souls. And as you can see, I got both of the enemies with my last embrace, so very useful to have. And then I help Tristana with our escape, and we both get to return to Fountain with a nice cool little animation as I return to Fountain. You know, Senna's just awesome like that, you know? She's just a badass, awesome person. And, like, you know, how can you possibly deny her amazing badassery? I mean, come on. She's using a giant soul cannon, and everybody knows that bitches love cannons, and she a badass bitch, and I love her. Anyway, so, let's see, where was I? So, now we have, instead of just 2 longswords, we have 3. You think 2 is gonna be enough? Nah, man, I'm gonna be like that guy from One Piece, Zoro, who I'm just gonna do the 3-sword style, but instead of katanas, I just use Western European longswords. But instead of using any of them, I just use a giant soul cannon. So yeah, that's basically how it works here. Anyway, so Tristana is technically there, but you know, I actually helped with that CS. I totally was not planning on stealing that for myself. I was prioritizing the souls. I don't exactly know what reason there is for when they leave the body, when I get the rates. But oh well, when they appear, I just go for them. I don't know what the requirements are for them showing up except for me being there. But you know, souls are a top priority, so give me them souls so that I could use them as bullets for my cannon. I mean, come on now. I mean, technically, Absolution is saying that I am saving them from the mist. That is what it says. I'm pretty sure. Somewhere. Right? Anyway, so team fight going on with Sylvis. So, Tristana is a bit injured, so she gets out of there. But I focus a little bit on Sylvis, and, well, that doesn't necessarily go well because, I'm at low health and Varus is trying to go after me. He misses his Q though, but I am able to escape. I do hit the last embrace on him as I escape, and also I get to use my meteor from my rune, which is pretty awesome, by the way. The rune is actually something that I labeled as the Winds of Hoeth. Unfortunately, Kurnos' Wild Hunt did have to be replaced, unfortunately. I am very sad to have done that, but you know. I wanted to be able to have something that is more for, like, the damaging, binding support roles, so I got Winds of Hoeth, which is meant for more, like, if you're playing Morgana, or Lux, or, in this case, Senna. And I felt it was appropriate. There is a little bit of a support role for the stalwart part of the room, but it's mostly based on, like, having mana. It's based on, like, having that ability power. But it's not meant for, like, complete damage, like the Wrath of Cain, which is meant for, like, total damage with a little bit of magic or mana power. For this one, it's just mostly based on ability power. As you could see, whenever I see an injured ally, I do like to be able to use my Q, which is the Piercing Darkness, so that they can have as much health as possible. But yeah, I do like to use it offensively as well. It works for both. And as you can see, first kill is just a solo ult, basically, which is it is called the Dawning Shadow. Senna fires a beam of light that deals 327 ability power and physical damage to all enemy champions. Allied champions hit in the wider area receive 170 magic shield for 3 seconds. So, very useful to have. It is a very useful ult. I mean, it could do plenty of damage and also covers a very wide area. So, yeah, very useful for both protecting and dealing some heavy damage, which is what Senna does, because, you know what, she'd be that kind of friend who'd be like, I got you, bro, and also be like, I'm about to wreck this mofo hard. And as you can see, because the ADC isn't technically there, I mean, may as well just do a little bit of farming, because what's the harm in it? If nobody else is there, I may as well do it myself. And besides, Senna does have the damage capability of doing said farming, so, like, you know, no problem with that. But here is where I do get punished for sticking around a bit longer than I should have, because Varus does have me in his ult, and Master Yi is there to basically corner me, and there's just no way I could have gone out of that alive. So, unfortunately, that didn't work, but Tristana is there to basically defend the bottom lane. And let's check my stats a little bit. So far, I have 1 kill, 1 death, and 3 assists. And as a support, the assists are what is important, not the kills. Although, we will see that I do get to have quite a few kills, I will say and admit. So, I am working towards building the Mana Mune sword, but we will see that later. But first completed item is the Mercury's Treads, which does offer some magic resistance, some movement speed, and some tenacity, which reduces the duration of stuns, slows, taunts, fears, silence, blind, polymorph, and immobilizing effects. It does not have effect on airborne or suppression, unfortunately, but it is very nice to be able to help with the crowd control for the most part, so long as it is within those categories that I have listed. So, Gel was hiding in there, but unfortunately she was a bit too late in her ambush attack to save Varus, so that didn't necessarily work out for her. And now she's gonna be horribly punished by Lipston Aramis over there. And, see, plenty of race over there for me to just absorb into my soul cannon. Don't worry, you're being saved from the mist. by being used as my soul cannon. But, you know, it's for a good cause because I'm liberating your souls from existing. Anyway, so now we're just taking care of this turret on the bottom here, and it's gonna go crumbling down, and I get all the credit because I get the last hit, and come on, I got a soul cannon. Of course I'm gonna get the credit. I mean, duh. But bottom is basically taken care of, and we also get a few more rates for our soul cannon, so definitely works out for all of us. And now we're just heading up to mid lane, where the fun is gonna be happening, because since the laning is done, we just moved to mid lane. Tristana decides to shoot the honey fruit so that I could go ahead and rejuvenate a little bit of health. And I see Varus, and while Tristana was thinking of just waiting around a little bit, I decided I want to go in there. And here, Tristana does get the kill for Varus, but we do know that I did quite a bit of damage there, you know. I am support, but that doesn't mean I can't do my fair share of damage here. I definitely get quite a few hits in my last embrace, definitely better than when I'm Morgana with my, with whatever her bind is called, but I am definitely getting hurt very bad. But I do get a couple more hits with my last embrace, and I also let off my ult so I could finish off Master Yi before I leave, like, nope, I'm gonna have something here, so, die, Master Yi. Sorry, my actual Grandmaster Yi who taught me Taekwondo. Anyway, so yeah, I'm sticking around here just so that I can help out, against Elio, whatever her name is. But Sylvis seems to have taken my abilities for himself and used his ult on my team, which I did not appreciate, Celis. How dare you? I go back to do some healing for Zed because I'm a team player like that. I'm here to bring the heals. I'm basically like the person that wants to be merciful. Except I don't want to be doing Overwatch stuff, but unfortunately Zed does die, and I realize that, yeah, okay, maybe I should probably get out of here and go back to Fountain. Tristana goes into combat, but Silas does kill her. And in case you're wondering, no, that was not me having second thoughts about trying to help her. That was just a mouse mistake. I don't know how it happened or why it happened, but it did. But I head back to Fountain, and let's go ahead and check to see what it is we got here. So now we build up to the Mane Mune, and we currently have 256 stacks, and we also get a ruby crystal, which suspiciously looks like a fine pair of luscious lips there. Kinda like mine.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
See the similarities?
Rampage.
I'm sure you do, because my lips are damn luscious as all fuck. Anyway, so the dragon has been taken, and now we're heading over to mid because we did not take the dragon, I don't think. Yeah, Ilaoi did take the dragon, and that is from the enemy team. The enemy is going to be trying to flank us, and for some reason I was at the forefront of that attack, and so was Tristana, but I guess Celis decided to just leave. I don't know why or how. But next battle is going to be going over here, and it is going to be a good one. I hit Varus with my last embrace, and he is just down for the count with my killing spree. But it's not going to end there. The fun has just begun. I decided to use my escape a little bit to avoid some damage. Use my last embrace so that I could get Grell. And boy, is she going to get hit hard with my ult, and then a final shot from my soul cannon, and then a last embrace to kill the last one. Ilaoi is the victim of my double kill and my ace, which is amazing. Now, we would have done this beast earlier here, but unfortunately we were outside of the range of attack a little bit too long, so we could not finish it off as soon as we wanted to, but we are going to get it, as you could tell. It's not going to be that hard. And we do get the soul out of it, but unfortunately I did not notice that. I mean, come on, the soul of the Rift Herald would have been perfect, but I did not notice it at that time, and I am ashamed of it. I decided to deal some extra healing, because why not? Up my healing stats. It's just what I do. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the heals, and to give and offer healings, and also to collect all the souls of the dead to use to power up my soul cannon. Now I don't know how many stacks it is that I have at this point, because I can't necessarily find it. Actually, no, wait, it's right over here. Absolution, at this point I have 64 souls, which gives me 48 attack damage, 75 extra range, and 30% extra critical strike chance. So very, very nice to have. If I'm being perfectly honest. Obviously seeing some extra souls that Echo is providing, so may as well take them. Conflict is a ruin. I do hit Silas, but he is able to get out of the situation, but Grell, unfortunately, is not able to, so sorry, girl, it just wasn't meant to be. But I'm about to get into some deep trouble, and I eventually die to Ilaloi for revenge. She apparently did not like being the face of my ace/double kill. But unfortunately that is not the end of our troubles, because unfortunately Rammus dies, but Echo is still around, so you know, he's still ready to deal some trouble, and dealing some trouble he will be doing, because he is definitely the team champ, the team MVP, when it comes to dealing some trouble for our foes. But you know, Zed is going to be there to initiate, while Echo is just going to be dealing all of the damage. And it's just going to be a fun time for everybody except for our enemies.
Double kill.
But here it is Zed's time. It's not Echo's time just yet, but Zed does get his moment. By the way, this is wine. I feel like having a little bit of wine, because why not? Why not? I don't know why I didn't think of that pun earlier, but I also feel extremely ashamed. Oh well. Anyway, plenty of souls for me to collect. Don't mind if I just use you as bullets for my soul cannon and also upgrades. I don't necessarily know how it works. Are you bullets or are you upgrades for my cannon? Or are you both? Which is it? I do not know. But at the same time, I do not care. All I know is that I am using souls to power up my soul cannon. It's just how it be. Nobody question the morality of that kind of situation. It just be how it be, and I love it. Anyway, I just go by to collect an enemy hero's soul, and I do get my last embrace just barely on Rella. I also get a nice kill from my piercing the darkness ability. Been plenty of mines in there, and that is basically the end of the enemy team. And coronavirus, holy shit, what the fuck, man? I'm sorry, Silas, but you definitely deserve to die specifically for that name. First of all, using the coronavirus for a joke, that is just absolutely unsettling and disgusting. But then also bringing in my boy Varus. My boy Varus, who I definitely want to try and get a video on. It's just I need a good game of him first so that I can show off the dark gay pride a little bit. Because I mean, come on. Menage a trois gay pride, that's my thing here. Anyway, so we go ahead and deal some deadly damage to the bottom tower, and I try to help out, but unfortunately I'm basically just meant to be the distraction for Master Yi's death and Kristana's escape, so okay, glad to know that I was useful in some form of protection and an even trade. But then eventually the rest of our team decides to come along and fuck shit up to avenge my death. And, yeah, it seems to be going well. Yeah, I definitely say it's going well, and oh, so let's shut down our Echo. We definitely need to do something about that, because fuck Silas for having that username coronavirus. Again, seriously, what the fuck? I am just appalled that people would actually come up with a username like that as a joke. I just do not understand some people. But anyway, another turret falls to our forces, and as you may also be able to tell in this, I got myself not only an extra longsword, but I also built up the Trinity Force, which is more of a defensive item in comparison to the other legendary items, or mythical. It's a mythical item, sorry, I get them mixed up sometimes. But the Trinity Force is more defensive because it does add some extra health and isn't necessarily entirely offensive. It does add some ability haste, and it does offered some attack speed and attack damage. The threefold strike attacks grant 25 move speed for 3 seconds. If the target is a champion, gain 3 base attack damage for 3 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Max increases to 15 attack damage. And Spell Blade, after using an ability, your next attack is enhanced with an additional 100 physical damage, so very nice to have. And it grants all other legendary items 10 attack speed, so very nice to have. Especially for this character, who is basically sort of a ADC support kind of person. But as you can tell, definitely did a lot of damage on Coronavirus. Fuck that guy, honestly. I don't know, I wish I noticed his username earlier, because damn, I would have punished him much more than I did now. Because seriously, fuck that username. But yeah, I somehow I didn't even notice that in the match title. I mean, not the match title, the match summary. How did I not notice it before? But as you can see, I kind of get myself a little bit punished there for overextending a little bit. But I am luckily able to get out of that. I don't know why they didn't necessarily just punish me further. But I do get punished by Eloy's water tentacles that just appear because. So, but I shoot them down, basically saying, no water hentai. Not into that. Thank you very much. And also I just absorb a couple more souls. Try to use my lasting embrace on Silas, but unfortunately does not entirely work because he does some weird teleportation thing that prevents him from getting hit by anything. He attacks Zed, and I use my lasting embrace to punish him with Echo, and Echo finishes him off. And also finishes off Varus, the actual Varus, not Coronavirus. I am so sorry that Varus has to be paired with someone who decided to name themselves Coronavirus. I truly am. Anyway, so now after that little bit of fun, head back to the fountain so that I can rejuvenate, power off my bad assery. And as you could tell, my stats are stunning. 8 kills, 3 deaths, and 13 assists. Pretty damn good if I do say so myself. And as you can tell, I decided to allow a little bit of dwarvenness to come out, and I get myself some extra 25 attack damage with a pickaxe. I know, badass, am I right? Not really, but anyway. It is a very useful item to have when you're building up to another item. I don't necessarily remember what the item is that I built up to, but we'll see eventually. But as you can see, prioritizing them souls, because I want all the souls to power up my soul cannon. There will be no exceptions. Every single soul will be used to power my soul cannon. That is simply the way it works. And as you can see, we're not really trying to look for a fight here. It is a 2v3 fight. Varus, however, does catch Echo in his ult. And I try my best to protect Echo, and it does work, and we deal some heavy damage, where Echo is basically able to finish a whole lot of them off with a very nice triple kill. And Zed just basically gets Coronavirus. He gets to have the honor, and you know what? You earned it. Very proud of you. You earned my praise for killing Coronavirus. Seriously, screw Coronavirus. I cannot say it enough. Screw Coronavirus. And now with the enemy team being dealt with, we decide to go for Baron Nashar, and yeah, it basically is just like, it basically is just how it is. Just a big monster hunt with the team, with the squad. Definitely something I could never get with in some MMORPG, because I have no friends, but in this case, everyone is forced to be my friend to help me with monster hunts. But as you can see, there is going to be a little bit of a team fight in a sense where they tried to run away from us, but, you know, and I also missed the Baron Nashor soul, but I get the Scuttle Beetle soul. That works, I suppose. Silas tries to escape the wrath, but he does not necessarily succeed, because I get the kill on Grell, and Echo finishes off Coronavirus. Eloy becomes the next of Echo's victims, and I'm not necessarily sure what I'm doing just standing there, but I do take care of some of the water tentacles, because I'm not into that hentai bullshit. And as Echo scores his ace, I just decide, you know what, this is the enemy's jungle, why not take a little bit of the wolves and take some of their jungle monsters, and also take their leader's soul to power my soul cannon. Fenrir would be proud. Probably. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so now things are just starting to wrap up, take more souls as we enter the main base of the foe, and we bring down their inhibitor. And there's only just Master Yi, just trying to pull off a brave moment. But here, the rest of the enemy team does come along. I try to escape, but I end up dying because Coronavirus steals my abilities like a little bitch, because he doesn't have any creative abilities of his own. But, you know, we get the dragon, and they don't, so it works for us. Zed is just harassing Coronavirus a little bit. Probably confusing since he is Sylvis, but, you know, you guys understand. Unfortunately, Zed does die in this, and so does Rammus. Not necessarily a good engagement, if I do say so myself. Tristana is the only one there, and she's basically trying to make her great escape. And Master Yi is just trying to pursue her, even though there is a mech unit over there, and Echo just beats the shit out of Master Yi, and then also proceeds to murder Varus. Be sure to know the difference between Varus and Coronavirus. Coronavirus is the Silas, not the actual Varus of the enemy team. The actual Varus deserves much pity because of what he had to deal with because of Coronavirus. But Echo does rightfully punish Coronavirus very well, and then also defeats Ileo, getting another ace because, damn, Echo is on fire, and he is just a beast. He is just one hell of a motherfucking beast, without a doubt. I just kind of spend my time getting rid of the hentai clutter. Just get that shit out of here. I am not into that. Stop trying to force me into it. I ain't in it, you're gonna need to accept it. But anyway, we make our final push, ready to go, and we're just getting into it. Rammus kills Master Yi, and I get the final hit on that turret, and then I help with killing Varus. I assist with that, I damage the Nexus a little bit before one decide to help my team with dealing with the rest of the enemy team. I ult to help with killing Grell, and then we finish off Eli, and then it's at this point where we win the game and finish the Nexus. And as you can see, we have a total team count, we totally have more than double the kills of the enemy team. And let's go ahead and check the stats. You probably can barely see it, but I will read it off to you. Senna, which is me by the way, amazingness, badassery, and I am describing Senna in this case because she is in fact a badass and deserves all that praise. She gets 9 kills, 4 deaths, and 24 assists. And our build finishes with a Trinity Force, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Dick. There's no other way of saying it, let's face it. Holy Spirit, my ass, it is the motherfucking cock. You cannot hide your tendencies being like Zeus there, Yahweh. Anyway, so we finished with the Trinity Force. We have the Collector, which you may recall is a very, very popular item for me. I love it. I enjoy it a lot. We have the finish, Muramana, where we get all of the mana benefits, 860 extra mana because of it. Very nice to have. We have Mercury's Treads, and we also finish with a simple dagger, which was meant to build to a more, which was meant to build for rapid fire arms, but we were not able to get to it because the game finished too early. But you know what? It's fair, and as you could tell, we got plenty of kills. Zed doing quite a bit. Rammus also doing a lot, but also has quite a few deaths, but definitely makes up for it with a bunch of assists. And Echo with 23 kills, 3 deaths, and 14 assists. Total MVP of the match, without a doubt. Although, out of curiosity, I kind of want to know what Coronavirus's stats were. Please tell me they were... no, they probably weren't. They were probably not... let's see, Coronavirus is the 31 seconds. Oh, he actually did pretty good. 16 kills, but also 14 deaths and 5 assists, with also the second to least amount of minion kills, so, you know. Anyway, so yeah, he did have the most kills out of his team, but I think he also kind of made up for it by, well, he tied for the most deaths, so, you know, is what it is. But that's basically what is going on here, and if you just give me a moment, I will also go ahead and I will show off, nope, that's not it, nope, there we go. Okay, if you give me a moment, I will also be happy to go ahead and show off the runes that I use for my support, which should be, nope, that's not where it is. Nope, that's not it either. Runes, there it is. I don't know how I forgot it. We still have Isha's Grace and Kane's Fury, obviously, but here we have the Winds of Poet, which is mostly based on sorcery, unleash destruction, empowered abilities, and resource manipulation, to where we have the Keystone of the Arcane Comet. Damaging a champion with an ability hurls a damaging comet at their location. We also have the Mana Flow Band because we want to have plenty of mana. Hitting an enemy champion with an ability permanently increases your maximum mana by 25 up to 250. We also have Absolute Focus. While above 70% health, gain extra adaptive damage. Gathering Storm, gain increasing amounts of AD or AP, adaptive over the course of the game. So, very nice to have in my opinion as a magic user if I am playing a champion like that. Then we also have the Resolve as our secondary part of the rune, Live Forever, durability, and crowd control. We have the Font of Life, impairing the movement of enemy champions marks them. Your allies heal when attacking them, so very nice to have so that your ADC can have a little bit of extra life steal and a little bit of sustainability, as well as just, you know, for yourself a little bit. We also have Revitalize, gain 5% heal and shield power whenever you heal, and shield you cast it whenever you cast a healing and shield spell. This is very nice for either Lux or Morgana or why am I blanking out on her name? Sona. Why did I blank on her name? I don't understand. But then we also have these extra little bits. We have some extra for our offense. We have +5 ability haste. We have the flex +5 adaptive force, and for defense we have +6 armor. So that's basically what the Winds of Hoeth is, and that is going to be all for today. So I hope you all enjoyed this League of Legends video. Give that like button a stab if you did. Subscribe if you want more death in your life. Be sure the bell is tolling for thee. And until next time, rest in peace. Bye! Enjoyed today's video? Well, there's plenty more for you to enjoy here. And if you also want to support this small channel, then there is also my Ko-fi, which is available, as well as a Twitter thread that gives you my commissioning info. And if you'd like some traditional art or literature, feel free to DM me on Twitter. Thank you for enjoying the video and for your viewership.